Brothers and sisters, lay down thy die. Ask thy DM for a moment respite and join me as I review the latest offering from Disney Pixar. A movie that may fuel your heart's fire, open your mind's eye, and inspire you upon your own quest for many moons to come. Welcome all you awesome people to the Geeky Heathen channel. I am Glen, the Geeky Heathen, here with my spoiler-free review for Disney Pixar's Onward. By spoiler-free, I will give you a synopsis of the movie, and I'll talk about anything that's been in the trailers, but I will not give away any more plot details other than that. This is just my review, my rating, and what I think of the movie. So, it's an animated urban fantasy directed by Dan Scanlon, also written by Dan Scanlon, along with Jason Headley and Keith Bunin. I enjoyed this. So it's a fantasy world living in modern times. So it's your stereotypical fantasy world. Elves, goblins, orcs, unicorns, pixies, all your stereotypical fantasy worlds. But in modern times, essentially magic has almost gone out of existence. It doesn't exist at all. It's just a myth, a legend. And this came about because to become a wizard and to master even a tiny flame out of your staff, you had to study for weeks, months, years to get to that knowledge to do it. And someone invented a lighter. So it's quite amusing. It's very, very interesting. Reminds me a lot of similar to Terry Pratchett's worlds, where it's very fantasy creatures, but living in Terry Pratchett's world, it's evolving in society, and you see all these things come apart. But in this world, it's already there. It's already in the future. Same era as our world that we're in now. It's very interesting seeing. They have, for example, like in America, eating their trash out front. You have raccoons. In this fantasy world, you have unicorns who fly down and eat the trash. It's quite interesting. I really liked it. So the actors, the voice actors in this, or the voice talents, are Tom Holland is Ian Lightfoot, who plays a teenage elf. You have Chris Pratt playing his brother Barley Lightfoot. You have Octavia Spencer playing Corey the Manticore. You have Julia Louis Dreyfus playing Laurel Lightfoot, the mother. There's a lot of good voice actors in this. It's a Disney Pixar movie. The voice acting is brilliant. The voice talent's absolutely superb. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I'm going to say that from the start. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a quest movie. It follows two young brothers. It follows Chris Pratt and Tom Holland, Ian and Barley Lightfoot on their journey. The trailer reveals what the movie's about. The trailer shows you how magic doesn't exist in this world. Upon the younger brother's 16th birthday, they're given a gift from their father. It turns out to be a wizard's staff and a spell to resurrect their deceased father for 24 hours so they can visit his children again. And the spell goes awry, and all that appears is legs. And this is their quest to fix the spell so they can spend some time with their father. And it's a really good bonding experience between the brothers. It's it's heartfelt, it's an emotional journey, it's funny, and it's in a fantasy land. It's absolutely perfect for me. I'm a huge D&D fan. They have the elder brother, Chris Pratt. He plays D&D style playing, but they don't call it D&D in this world. In this world, it's Legends of Yore. And he's a huge believer in Legends of Yore, that it is historical fact, and everything in this game is historical fact, which in that world it is, really, because they've gone from the magical world into modern society and they've just forgotten about all the magic. Pixies forget to fly because they become lazy. Everyone drives cars and motorbikes and things. I absolutely loved this movie. It was really heartfelt, warm movie, and it's more about a bond between two brothers than anything else I found. Disney Pixar, do some absolutely amazing movies. I think any D&D fan will really love this movie as well. I absolutely loved it the whole way through. My favourite character has to be Chris Pratt. He played that amazingly. One of my favourite jokes is actually in the trailer as well. It's the part where he shrinks. I can tell you that because it's not a spoiler because it's in the trailer. Visually, absolutely stunning. It's Pixar. I don't think they have done a bad movie visually wise. Absolutely stunning. I was fully entertained the whole way through, from beginning to end. There was no part of this movie that I was bored or distracted, looked around. I just loved it the whole way through. Yeah, I teared up a bit as well. It was like, did have some emotional parts in there as well. I really wasn't expecting this movie to be as good as it was. I don't know why I went in there expecting it to not be good, because it is Pixar, so I love a lot of Pixar. A lot of people love Disney Pixar. I should expect it to be good. I think because it's Pixar, I was like, yeah, it's going to be good. But I wasn't expecting it to be this level of good. I'm going to go out there and say that this is my favourite Disney Pixar movie. I love it more than any other Disney Pixar movie I've seen. And I don't know if it's the setting, I don't know if it's Chris Pratt's character. It's got a very 80s metal vibe to it. They have a minivan in there that's sprayed up with awesome art on the side of it. It listens to some rock and heavy metal music. They've got D&D style games in there. It's everything I love. I absolutely love this movie, and it may not surprise you when it comes to my rating. I'm going to rate this, and this is the first time this year that I've rated anything this high, a full 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this, and I'm going to go see it again. I'm going to buy it, and I want to buy into this franchise. I want to see another movie made in this world, because I absolutely loved it. They've done it with other Disney Pixar movies, so I want them to do it with this one. The fantasy setting is just absolutely perfect for me. I loved it. I cannot say enough about how much I loved it. I can understand this won't be everyone's cup of tea, because it is set in a fantasy land, so it's fantasy based. But I'd imagine any sort of geek or nerd out there is going to love this movie. I'm very, very interested in if you've seen it or not, or if you're going to see it. Let me know in the comments down below, along with the normal YouTube stuff. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know, have you seen it? What do you think of it? What did you rate it? You may not rate it as highly as me, because I'm a huge fantasy fan. Fantasy is my go-to genre. I absolutely love it. I'm a huge D&D nerd, so I absolutely love this movie. Had everything in it for me, even the metal. I want to go and buy myself a minivan and spray paint it now and live in it, because I loved every part of that movie. But I think that I can't really tell you anything else without going into spoilers. I will say, character-wise, Chris Pratt was my favourite character. Octavia Spencer, who played the Manticore, was hilarious. I absolutely loved her part in that. Funny the whole way through. It was some really good jokes in this, and yeah, I don't want to go into spoilers about it. There was some good jokes in there. Good heartwarming, I should say, journey, and the bond between two brothers. I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to go into spoilers, so I'll end it there. I'm the Geeky Heathen. As always, much love. Until next time, stay awesome.